The Good Morning America studio in New York City buzzed with anticipation as Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, stepped onto the set, her poised elegance in a tailored black suit drawing gasps and applause from the early morning audience. Known for her royal past, acting career on Suits, and ventures like American Riviera Orchard, she was there to promote her latest project, a lifestyle brand expansion in a rumored Netflix docuseries, scheduled for a late 2025 release. George Stephanopoulos, the seasoned anchor with a reputation for tough, politically charged interviews, greeted her alongside co-hosts Robin Roberts and Michael Strahan, their smiles masking a hint of curiosity about the high-profile guest. The segment began with a warm tone, Meghan sharing charming anecdotes about her life in Montecito with Prince Harry and their children, Archie and Lilibet, her voice smooth as she highlighted her brand's focus on empowerment. The audience leaned in, captivated, as Roberts praised her advocacy work, and Strahan teased her about outshining Hollywood royalty. Stephanopoulos, however, shifted the conversation with a pointed question. Meghan, you've spoken often about your truth, some critics say it's a selective narrative. How do you respond? The room quieted, the question cutting through the lighthearted vibe, as Meghan's smile faltered briefly. She replied with a measured laugh, my truth is my experience, George. It's not up for debate by those who weren't there. The audience clapped, but Stephanopoulos pressed on, referencing ex-posts questioning inconsistencies in her royal exit story, his tone calm yet insistent. With your platform, isn't there a duty to clarify those gaps? He asked, leaning forward. Meghan's eyes narrowed, her composure tightening as she countered, I've shared enough, critics can dig through tabloids if they want drama. The co-hosts exchanged glances, sensing a shift, while producers in the control room monitored the live feed, aware that the segment was veering into uncharted territory. The audience murmured, phones at the ready, as the exchange hinted at a brewing storm, with Meghan's regal defiance clashing against Stephanopoulos's journalistic tenacity, setting the stage for a confrontation that would soon ignite social media. As the show returned from a commercial break, the tension between Meghan Markle and George Stephanopoulos had thickened, the off-air moments reportedly filled with whispered exchanges, Meghan expressing frustration to a staffer, while Stephanopoulos reviewed notes, undeterred. Back on air, Stephanopoulos dove deeper, focusing on a specific claim from her 2021 Oprah interview about the royal family, suggesting it lacked evidence when challenged legally. Doesn't that undermine your credibility? He asked, his voice steady, drawing from his experience as a political analyst. Meghan, her posture stiffening, set her water glass down with a deliberate clink. George, I've lived it, legal battles don't erase my reality, she said, her tone firm, earning scattered applause. Strahan tried to lighten the mood with a quip about Hollywood drama, but the clash intensified as Stephanopoulos cited a recent X thread accusing her of exploiting her title for profit. Fans are asking if this is about empowerment or branding, your thoughts? The question struck a nerve, and Meghan's voice rose, controlled but edged with anger. I'm building a life, not a brand. You're twisting my intent to fit a narrative. The studio fell into a stunned hush, broken by gasps, as Roberts attempted to pivot to Meghan's charity work. But Meghan, feeling cornered, stood, unclipping her microphone with a slow, deliberate motion. I came to share my work, not face an ambush. If this is the tone, I'm done, she declared, her gaze fixed on Stephanopoulos. The anchor remained composed, replying, we're just exploring your story, Meghan, but the die was cast. She turned and exited, leaving the host scrambling to fill the dead air with a weather update. Backstage, unconfirmed reports claimed producers asked her to leave to de-escalate, while others insisted she walked off voluntarily. The audience buzzed, phones capturing the moment, and within minutes, X exploded with hashtag MeghanGMA trending, users posting reactions like, Meghan stood her ground. And, George pushed too far. The viral clip turned a routine interview into a media firestorm, with news outlets racing to cover the unexpected clash. The aftermath of Meghan Markle's departure from Good Morning America unleashed a digital frenzy, with X becoming a battleground of opinions by mid-morning on September 18, 2025. Clips of the fiery exchange circulated widely, edited with dramatic overlays and captions like, "You need to leave," highlighting Stephanopoulos's probing style. Fans rallied behind Meghan, posting praises such as, "She's a queen, George was out of line." While supporters of Stephanopoulos argued, he asked valid questions, she couldn't handle it. Memes flooded the platform, one showing Meghan's silhouette walking off with a royal fanfare, another depicting Stephanopoulos as a courtroom judge. News headlines ranged from, Meghan Markle storms off GMA in epic clash. 2. Stephanopoulos faces backlash after interview, though ABC issued no official statement, only a neutral tweet about engaging discussions. Meghan's team shared a cryptic X post. The Duchess focuses on her mission, interpreted as a subtle rebuke. Stephanopoulos, back on air later that day at 9:48 p.m. PKT, made no mention of the event, though Roberts hinted at spirited exchanges, with a diplomatic nod. Industry insiders speculated on the fallout. Meghan's brand and Netflix project reportedly saw a surge in interest, suggesting the controversy boosted visibility, while GMA's ratings spiked as viewers tuned in for potential follow-ups. Debates erupted about daytime TV's role in cultural critique, with some accusing the show of ambushing guests for clicks, others defending Stephanopoulos' journalistic approach. YouTube channels analyzed the body language, Meghan's steady glare, Stephanopoulos' unflinching stare, fueling theories of a planned stunt. Unverified backstage accounts claimed Meghan refused to return post-break, while others suggested producers cut the feed to manage the chaos. The incident drew parallels to past TV walk-offs, like Rosie O'Donnell's View exit, sparking discussions on celebrity media dynamics. As the story trended globally, it highlighted cultural divides, Meghan's royal narrative versus Stephanopoulos' media scrutiny, leaving fans awaiting her next move or a GMA response to see where the narrative would lead. Days after the Good Morning America clash, the Meghan Markle-George Stephanopoulos incident evolved into a cultural touchstone, prompting reflection across entertainment and media circles. GMA teased a behind-the-scenes look in upcoming episodes, though Stephanopoulos and his company host sidestepped specifics, focusing on lighter fare. Meghan, preparing for her brand launch, posted an X video of herself in Montecito, captioned, "Building for the future," a quiet defiance that fans cheered. The controversy fueled think pieces in The Guardian, debating whether Meghan was unfairly targeted or if Stephanopoulos bridged a gap by challenging her public persona. Online, the divide persisted. Pro-Meghan campaigns urged boycotts of GMA, while Stephanopoulos' defenders praised his tenacity. Memes proliferated, one TikTok showing Meghan's exit with a Suits theme, another casting Stephanopoulos as a newsroom gladiator. Meghan's project gained traction, with early buzz suggesting a strong debut, while GMA's viewership held strong, hinting at a ratings win. Rumors swirled. Did producers nudge Stephanopoulos to provoke for views? Was Meghan prepped for the heat? But no concrete evidence emerged. The clash prompted industry calls for clearer guest-host protocols to avoid such escalations. As September 2025 progressed, the story began to fade, yet its impact lingered, solidifying Meghan's reputation as a resilient figure and Stephanopoulos' as a fearless interviewer. Whether a reconciliation, perhaps a future joint appearance, would occur remained uncertain, but the moment had already etched itself into pop culture history, a vivid illustration of how live TV can ignite national discourse on fame, responsibility, and media power.